Rightio team, Coach Neil from the Dog Brotherhood, and today we're here with our superstar client, Mr. Mark Moore. Mark, I know you're not feeling the best at the moment, and I know you've got rugrats that you've just put down to sleep, so I want to thank you for being here, brother. How you feeling?
Oh, good, mate. Yeah, feeling a bit rough today, but we'll press on. Press on.
Press on, as is the way. All right, man, it has been an absolute honour and a privilege to be your coach over the past, I think you started January, February, is that right?
Yeah, early Jan, first week.
Yeah, okay, so we're looking at sort of 4 or 5 months now. So you've been one of our originals, man, and the results that you've been able to achieve have been, mate, they've been amazing, to be honest, but better than that, they've been consistent. It's not like you've sort of completely stopped and then, waited a bit. Every week you just get a little bit better than the last, and it's been an absolute fucking privilege to watch that. So let's talk a little bit about that, man. Tell us a little bit about the changes that you've noticed we'll start with the physical changes. So what have you noticed physically since starting with the Dog Brotherhood?
Well, I think first of all, when you start talking nutrition and the way that we're doing this through fasting, you notice straight away that the weight just starts to drop.
Yep.
And I started, I think the first week when I was doing all the onboarding stuff and all that sort of stuff, I'd already started fasting. Before I even got to the gym, it was falling off me.
Yeah.
And then you just see that first initial movement and you're just like pumped, ready to get more results, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But physically, it was just the extra energy.
Yeah, okay. So
that was
extra energy from day to day?
Well, I'm going to the gym in the morning first thing and then going to work, and you just feel a lot more energized for the day, I suppose, when you've already been up and done something energetic. Whereas usually I'm leaving it to the last minute, get up 5 minutes before, get ready and go.
Yeah. And for the guys who are watching at home, that's one of the deliberate things that we try. We know that it's not achievable for everybody, but we do try to encourage guys to get their workout in first thing of the morning for 2 reasons. One, of an afternoon, you tend to be more fatigued and you're less likely to get it in when you've had a big day at work and you come home, you just want to chill out on the couch. So once it's done, it's done. And the other part of it is the strength training protocol that we use. It floods your body with endorphins. It makes you feel good. So by getting up that little bit earlier and going to the gym, as you say, it actually increases your energy for the day. It doesn't take away from it. So getting up and doing that strength training protocol, it does increase your energy throughout the day. How much weight have you lost so far, dude?
I'm down a bit over 14 kilos. So I was 112 when I started. I'm down in the 97s now.
So, down below triple digits, man. How long has it been since you've been below triple digits?
Been probably about 5 weeks, under 100.
Yep.
I sort of hovered around 100 to 99 for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. And
I remember that. I remember watching you just sort of sweating every sit rep time.
It got me a bit, but it was actually good timing. You did a video on how the body works and plateaus and sort of fluid retention stuff and how that goes. And sure enough, last week I think I dropped a kilo. So just random, haven't changed anything, still doing the same amount, eating the same stuff, and then all of a sudden I go from 200 grams to a kilo loss. So
yeah, awesome. Do you know how much you've lost off your waist as well? So you've lost 14 kilos in weight, but at the same time, obviously, you've been gaining a significant amount of muscle. How much? What are your measurements from your waist? You know what you've lost off your waist?
I started at 120 or 122, and I'm now 105. So
yeah, right.
17 or 15 centimeters.
That's massive. So you can see there, that gives you a more accurate representation of the actual amount of body fat that you've lost. Because you can see there that at the same time that you're losing weight, you're still gaining muscle tissue as well. So what about your strength gains? Where did you start with your strength and where's it sitting at the moment, dude?
Oh, well, I guess the best one's probably my back squat. I started at 30 or 40 kilos and I'm now at 90. And that was I think I went a bit easy at the start because I hadn't done them for ages.
Yep.
And so I just sort of eased my way into it and 90 kilos now, which is getting pretty close to
body weight.
Yeah. Body weight. But then also I struggled with pull-ups and just struggled and just went, nah, I'm going to get over it. So I went on the assisted pull-ups for pretty much every pull-up session, just stepped it up. And now obviously I've dropped 14 kilos as well, so it's a bit less to pull.
Yep.
But now I can do pretty much 2, which is stoked to be able to do that much.
It's awesome. I bet you never thought in your wildest dreams that you'd ever be able to do actual chin-ups.
No. Never.
Awesome.
I mean, at 120 kilos, when I was that, that heavy, it was no chance, no chance. And but it's the progression. You just got to start.
100%. Yeah, you nailed it right there. It's just about getting started. The sooner you get started, the faster you hit your goals.
And when I started this, I never thought.
Sorry, go, bro.
Oh, I was just going to say, and when I started this, when I made the decision, you just got to start.
Yep.
I didn't think it'd be 6 months later and we'd be standing here still talking about it, doing it. Like it's gone like that. And before you know it, here you are. Thank you.
Yeah. Tell us about so obviously the physical changes are great, but as you know, with the Black Dog Brotherhood, the big thing that we're striving for is it's about arming men in the battle against the black dog as well. And the nutrition protocol that we use and the training protocol that we use above body composition, we aim to train to basically try to make men feel better in their own skin and feel better in their own headspace. Tell us a little bit about where your headspace was pre-Black Dog Brotherhood and where you're at the moment.
Yeah, well, before I started, I was just a bit of a, I guess you just say it's a big ball of slob. Like, you just sort of lazing around and you're not really motivated to do much, even on your time that you do have away from work and with the kids and stuff. You're just demotivated and yeah, it was just hard to do anything, to leave the house and go and do stuff and take the kids places and stuff like that. 2 little ones require a fair bit of energy.
Yeah, they do.
And so since I've started doing it, I mean, you notice it. Everybody knows that working out creates endorphins, but you notice it as soon as you come home from the gym that you are happier. I mean, you're happier than everybody who's just waking up in the house. And so that carries through pretty much half the day or all the day, most days.
Yeah.
But I just I find though that I'm not as doughy when I get to work. My most productive part of the day is that first few hours of work when I get there and I just pump out whatever I've got to do because I know I'm going to get tired by the afternoon or whatever. I'm an accountant, so I'm staring at a computer all day.
Yep.
And but yeah, I reckon you get clarity and some people say, oh, I need to eat in the morning because I need the energy to get through the day. But that doesn't really, it's not actually true. I think you actually you do have more clarity and more energy and focus when you're not trying to digest whatever shit you ate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've hit the nail on the head, and this leads in perfectly for the next point I wanted to touch on was there's a very common misconception about being on a diet or being on a nutritional protocol means you've got to starve yourself. It means you can only eat, X types of food. Most diets that are out there are extremely restrictive, and the thought of staying on it for the rest of your life, it makes you almost want to cry. Same thing with going to the gym. There's this stigma that's attached to the gym that going to the gym means that you're going to be constantly sore, that it's all going to be too hard. Because prior to starting, you didn't really have a diet or a nutritional protocol, and it had probably been, a long, long time since you'd seen the inside of the gym. How hard would you say it's been to get from where you started to where you are now? Because you're obviously a completely different person to the man you were back in January, both physically and emotionally. How hard was it? How hard did you find the training? How hard did you actually find the nutritional protocol to adhere to long term?
Well, man, I'm a cook chef in the past life, and so we would eat well. We'd eat whatever we wanted to eat, but there was no real thought process or plan around our meals for the week, I guess you could say. There
was no nutritional factor to it.
No, it was just whatever we wanted to eat or whatever we felt like cooking. Or so to me, it was actually probably a little bit easier to have some sort of criteria around what I was going to eat. I knew that I wanted to do chicken mainly, and so I just went with that. But I wasn't hooked on that as well. I didn't have to have that if that wasn't in the house, so I could find something else because it was just a broad sort of list of things that I could have. And so it doesn't tie you down to failure, which is what everything else does. Everything you've been on in the past, it's like what I've tried was who's that guy from that Bachelorette show or something?
Yeah.
Sam something.
Guy who probably never had a weight problem in his life.
Yeah. good looking rooster.
He is a good looking rooster. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he had a thing, and they give you a meal plan: buy this, eat this, eat this, eat this. You know, have this for a snack, have that for that. Yep. And what happens is you go 2-3 days, and then all of a sudden you open the fridge and go, "Oh fuck, we don't have the fucking caviar tonight, so I can't eat that. So shit, I failed."
Yes.
So then
that's exactly right, man. That's why we don't do meal plans.
So then tomorrow you go, "Oh, I failed yesterday, so I'll just have a sausage roll for morning tea."
Yep.
And so you can't fail on it. And my other thought process that's changed since previous ones is, if I'm out with a work crew and we go to the pub for lunch,
yep,
I'm not going to sit there and pussyfoot around and go, "I'll have a fucking chicken grilled piece of chicken with no oil and this and that."
250 grams of green leafy salads and no more.
Yeah, like I just have what I want to have, because this isn't about today or this week or next weigh-in. It's about a long-term approach to the way that I eat, and I eat 90% of the time around the nutritional protocol, and the rest of the time I enjoy.
Yeah.
Still, I enjoy going out. Went to your birthday the other day, I had a bloody pizza.
That's right, we did, yeah.
And then the next day I had something else at a brewery. But then jump on the scales. I still did the right thing for 90% of the week, and it still came off a kilo loss. You know, like it's just, you just got to keep the focus for a long term, and it will eventually happen, and still enjoy the times when you want to enjoy them. And not be
you've actually answered like 2 questions in one there. Where I was going to go next was I was going to actually ask you, where do you think you've gone wrong in the past, or what do you think it was that led to you failing so often in the past? But the answer's already there. It's in the the rigidness of the nutritional protocols and the rigidness. You know, you have to eat this and you have to eat that, and the second you come off it, you're like, well, I failed that, so I may as well just eat whatever today. So. What about hunger? Do you find that, with I think that for most of the guys I've spoken to, I think the biggest issue they have with our nutritional protocols is that they actually struggle to eat the volume of food they're supposed to eat.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's big adjustment.
Yeah.
And when you start, like, weigh it out initially, I was weighing it out to sort of see if I was within the realm, if my hand's bigger than yours or not.
Yeah.
And like I was shocked.
Were you getting hand envy, mate? Looking at hands and seeing who had bigger hands?
Oh yeah. It is a lot to eat, but you know what? It means that you don't pick up that muesli bar, you don't pick up that packet of chips on the way home, or because if you smash that whole thing, you just don't think about it. You don't want it.
That's
the other thing is, if you're pushing it all into 8 hours of the day, or however long you want to fast for.
Yep.
I do it so that I don't eat breakfast, and it means I've got like an extra half an hour in the morning.
Boom.
I don't have to prepare anything. I don't have to do anything.
Yep.
And I just get up and go. And I think it's actually easier. And the longer you do it, the easier it is. Like my body now tells me when it's lunchtime. Like it's usually after 11 these days. Like I was doing the whole sort of eat until 7 at night, 6 at night, and eat at 11. And it was, for the first week, maybe I was like 10 o'clock sort of sitting there going, I should be hungry now, or how long I've got, and then I'd have to go and do something, keep myself busy. But then after that, now it's like 11:30 before I even,
start thinking
that I need something, and I usually push it out to lunchtime.
Would you say that with what you've learned in the last 5 months, both from a training perspective and a nutritional perspective, that it's something that you can maintain, even if you're not with the Black Dog Brotherhood, it's something that you now know enough that you can maintain it for the rest of your life? Is that something that you would feel comfortable doing for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I mean, once you form a habit, it's just part of you. It's just what you want to do then. It's just, and once you get results, you see what it does, you see the clarity it gives you and the energy it gives you and the happiness, then you just do it anyway. And I mean, you can do anything for 5 minutes, but if you do it long enough, it's not somebody telling you to do it or you should do it. It's just the way you want to be.
Yeah.
You just do it. And
100%, brother. 100%.
And I just go back a step. What the other dietary plans and stuff don't have is that questionnaires and onboarding that you have that gives you, like, you have to think about why you failed last time, why they didn't work, because this doesn't have to be the same.
Yeah.
And if you can identify why you didn't do it previously, it never worked, then you
Yep.
can put steps in place to overcome that. And that was, for me, one thing that I wrote down was, I'm not going to, no, I said, if I fall off the wagon, I'm just going to get back on.
Yep.
Instead of saying, I'm not going to fall off the wagon.
Yep.
I'm just going to accept it, move on.
Everybody falls off at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody
and just go, yeah, it's all right. And you know what? I actually enjoyed that burger. And I did it because I was with mates and we were out having a fat time. And now I'm back into having my normal meals.
Yeah, man, that's perfect.
But until you get that mindset, and somebody's just telling you, eat this, make this, eat this. It's not the whole package.
Yeah, that's right.
Part of it.
Yeah. So for the guys who are watching at home, so Mark's actually touched on a good point there. So one of the things that the Black Dog Brotherhood does that I feel is 100% unique to the fitness industry and 100% unique to the way that we approach things is all the guys who are coming in at the moment, we do what's called a 5-day focus challenge. And it's basically, there's no diet, there's no training, there's no real information. What it is it's a series of questions. It takes about 15 minutes a day, but it gives it's completely free so that basically guys can have an opportunity to see if the Black Dog Brotherhood is a good fit for them. But what it does is over a period of 5 days, it dissects little parts of your life. So you can work out where you've gone wrong in the past and work out what your truth is and what your individual problems are that have prevented you from successfully moving forward prior to that. Only once guys have done that do they then get a run in the Black Dog Brotherhood. And then they start an onboarding process where all the tools are given to them through a series of onboarding videos. As Mark was saying, what it does is it cuts through all the bullshit and gives everybody absolute clarity on what it is that they need to do each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. Because all you need to do is take care of the next step. And once you take care of the next step takes care of itself. And the next step it becomes like a series of dominoes. All you've got to do is knock down that first one. And once everything's in place through the onboarding, it just keeps happening for you. So Mark, tell us a little bit about the actual community. How have you found the community and what have you found to be the best parts of the actual Black Dog Brotherhood community outside of the training and nutrition, the actual community of men itself?
Well, we're all in the same boat, you know, and it's, you don't often, even in your own group of friends, you don't find people who are all in the same boat as you. And it's, it creates a bit of a unified battle. What do you call them?
United Front?
An army.
Yeah, 100%.
Of people behind you, so that if there is anything you're struggling with or you want to talk to someone about, they get it.
Yes.
And for me, a lot of the pain points, I suppose, were that I wasn't used to going to a gym. I didn't really enjoy previous times I've been to a gym, and I think that you know, I was able to put stuff up there going, you know, what's this, what's that. Anybody could jump on straight away and give me an answer. It wasn't just you. I didn't have to wait for you or need you to give me guidance because everybody else could jump in as well. And
100%.
And also having that sort of transparency in the group as well, where if anybody asks a question, everybody sees it.
Yes.
So half the time you're thinking something and before you can post about it, somebody's already, you know, put something on there and is talking about it. So it's just I guess it's a good place to come when you sort of think that somebody in your circle isn't going to really get where you're coming from. And for me, it was a bit beneficial on the gym front.
What sort of to? So obviously, I can guarantee you right now, there's going to be a lot of guys out there who are watching this right now and going, "Holy shit, I am Mark." Like, there's going to be, you know, there's a lot of guys, and as you've seen in the group, there's a lot of guys who are just like you, just like me, guys who are all sort of in that boat, who probably feel that isolation that a lot of men felt before getting into the Black Dog Brotherhood. What advice would you have to guys who are sort of sitting on the fence and thinking about it?
There isn't anything else you can say other than just start. Just start somewhere. Just take a step, and whether that step is the 5-day focus, whether it's just a chat with you, whether it's just sitting and watching some of the videos that you put up, like just take a step, and it will inevitably lead to another one. And it's not the whole thing that needs to be daunting.
Yep.
You just have to take one. And I took one in January that's now 6 months on, 15 kilos, and just a different world of, like, you know, I got to go pant shopping shortly.
How good a feeling is that?
And it's all because you start. You just start.
100%, brother. And I mean, you, man, I can't even say, like, I can't even put into words how proud I am of you. So guys who are watching, I've known Mark a long time. And to see the change that he's made in, and let's call it what it is, 5 months. It's a very short period of time when you think about how long, you know, we live for. Mark's been able to just achieve phenomenal results and maintain those phenomenal results. And on top of that, he's also a standout member of the Black Dog Brotherhood community, just with contributing, lifting up other guys, newer guys who are coming in. At one point, we even partnered up. We gave you a battle buddy when a new guy came in. So, you know, Mark's had new guys in under his wing and sort of helped show them the ropes as they come in. So from me to you, bro, I am fucking proud beyond words at what you've achieved. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being such an active member and such an integral member of the Black Dog Brotherhood, man.
No, mate, thank you for everything that you've given me, because, you know, we've, as you say, been friends for a long time and came across each other again around this discussion.
Yeah.
And me wanting to better myself, and you've allowed me to do it, given me the tools to do it. So thank you.
Awesome, brother.
And mate.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to wrap it up there. Mark, I know you're fucking not feeling the best and you've just got the little ones down, so I'm going to cut you loose. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for, you know, as I said, everything that you do for the Black Dog Brotherhood. For the guys who are out there watching, Mark, I can't even put it any better than Mark. All you need to do is take a step. Okay, that step can be jumping on the link. You can see the link below for the 5-day focus challenge. If you're not sure, jump in the information group. We've got a free information group, and there's a link there for that as well, so you can have a look at some of the videos that we've put out. There's a whole bunch of other testimonials from guys just like Mark inside there. You'll see there's opportunity to lock in a coaching call with myself so we can have a chat about your personal circumstances. But as Mark said, the only thing you need to do is, if you can relate to what Mark's spoken about and you can relate to feeling the way that Mark felt and being in the shoes that Mark was in, then all you got to do is just take that first step. Whatever that first step looks like for you, I look forward to hopefully being a part of that journey. So with that said, Mark, I'm going to release you into the night. And thank you again for your time, brother.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good one, mate.
Cheers, mate.